Okay, we're back. I went ahead and trimmed all the edges off. I noticed in the last video it wasn't real clear, so what you were doing was taking this hard edge off here and also this one here. You can see there's a little bit there yet, and just rounding it off and just kind of making it even all the way around. The next thing we want to do is to take a little trim off a little bit on the hat up here. Just kind of take all those hard edges off everywhere and such. Back here we need to still take this down a little bit further and over. Actually, this will be cut in a little bit like that. Eyes are getting a little bit dull, so it's important to use a strop often when you're doing this, just to make it easier. We're going to cut this out a little bit thinner, right, just like so. All right. Up here we're going to do it just a little bit deeper underneath the cap. Alright, I'm going to round that off a little bit more later on. Alright, so what we're going to do next, we're going to take our tool, our V tool once again. I think it's, I know I had it here somewhere. Here we go. Keep moving it from table to table. And we're going to make a couple little folds in the hat in the back. We've done this before. Just take a spot, and I put about 2 on the back, and you want to go kind of deep if you can. And what you're going to do after you make this fold, you get this cut out, you're going to cut up towards that from the bottom up, so it looks like the fold is coming down over it. Alright, you can do this with a knife too. You don't need the V tool for it. The V tool just makes it go a little quicker. Okay, I'll make one fold here to show you what that looks like. And we're also going to do one on the top. I'm going to spray this, make it a little easier. Alright. And you're going to bring it up. See how it's folding over now? Okay. We're going to put another one up here, and then we're going to do one on the front. And on the front, we actually go the opposite way. Instead of going this way, we're going to go up and down, curve it the other way. Same thing again, you're coming from the bottom. Actually, this is kind of folding down. These are going to kind of fold inward, like they're resting on top. That's usually how I have these things done. Yeah, you'll see it. Alright, so we're going to take our tool and we're going to go, actually I'm going to fold this down into it from the top down for a change. So the bulge is in the front here. Okay. So those are the 2 folds I have already, and I'll put a third one here as well. And then I'm going to take the same V tool, and I'm going to just take my strop. I'm not familiar with what a strop is. It's just a piece of leather that I use to hone up my tools. So when I strop my my tool here, I do 1, 2, about 4 on one side of the blade since it's two-sided, and then I run it on the edge just slightly a couple of times through the center. And it should be honed up enough to continue. What we're going to do next is we're going to spray the ball at the top here, the tassel. We're going to use the same V-tool, the little wide one, and we're just going to do it a little bit at an angle and follow this all the way over and around. This is how you do the tassel. I'm turning my piece so I don't have to move my hand a whole lot. You'll find when you carve, you move your carving quite a bit with this hand, the hand that's holding it, then moving your knife around the carving, you move the carving around the knife. Then I go up about 1/8 of an inch or so, and I do another sweep. I try to do it all, not right on the same line, but next to it. Little strokes like this. Alright, and then when you get towards the center, we're not there yet, but once you get to the center, then that's important to make sure you keep that corner straight. You're not laying it on either of the bevels, on either part of the flat part, but the corner part is really hitting your carving, because if you do, you're going to have a very lopsided piece. Now you can use a knife doing this. It'd be a lot of work. A lot of my first videos I used nothing but a knife, so if you go back to those, like the Chimney Santa and the Robe Santa, that will teach you how to do the beard without a gouge. I do a lot of things just with the gouge now. So what I did is turn it over, and now I'm working my way up, and I'm trying to keep it at an angle so it's a little bit of a spiral to it, not just straight up and down. Some are deeper than others, it's okay. Let me finish this up here so where I can see it. Get back in a second here. Okay, so when I get to the top here, I just want to show you. When I get up to the top here, I keep going until they meet in the center. As you can see, what's going on here. It's a little hard to see it because it's wet. It makes it much easier to carve it. So that's our piece, okay? So that's how the tassel's done. And I'll be back to show you how to do the rest.